Hello and welcome to today's podcast. My name is Amrit Singh, and in this episode, we will explore how technology and mass media shape not only our societies but also our personal identities. In today's world, it's almost impossible to separate daily life from the influence of media technologies. They connect us, inform us, and even they entertain us. But they also shape how we think, how we act, and even how we see ourselves. Let's dive in. First of all, evolution of mass media technologies. Mass media has came a long way from newspapers and televisions to today's social media platforms. These technologies connect people across the globe, allowing you a real-time conversation and cultural exchanges. For example, someone in Canada can instantly chat with a friend in India. But alongside these benefits, there's also a darker side. The rapid spread of misinformation. When false news circulates widely, it becomes hard to know what's true and what isn't, raising questions about trust in the media. And after that, the sociological theories and media. Sociologists use different theories to understand They use different theories to understand media's impact. Symbolic interactionism, for instance, explains how images, stories, and messages in media influence our identities. Think about how beauty standards or cultural norms are reinforced through movies, ads, and Instagram posts. These messages shape how people view themselves and others, and they reinforce social norms and power structures in society. Now, our third big point is that mass media and the public opinion. Another powerful role of mass media is shaping public opinion. Media outlets don't just report events, but they frame them. A clear example is the Arab Spring, where all the social media helped organize protests and spread awareness worldwide. News framing influences how people interpret politics, social movement, and even everyday issues. In many ways, media decides which topics are important by choosing what to spotlight and what to ignore. And the fourth main point is globalization versus the local identity. Media also fuels globalizations. On one hand, it makes global information and culture more accessible, and on the other hand, it can threaten local traditions. Western culture, for example, often dominates global media, and it's making harder for local or the smaller cultures to maintain their uniqueness. This raises important question about cultural preservation and the risk of media imperialism, where one culture overshadows another. And now, talking about the pros and cons of mass media, it's clear that mass media is a double edged sword. It connects diverse communities and promotes awareness, but it also spreads stereotypes and false information. For example, marginalized groups are often misrepresented in films or news coverage, which reinforces harmful ideas. So, while media creates space for cultural exchange and social movements, it also carries risks that can harm individuals and groups. And other big point is the accessibility and inequality. Finally, let's talk about the access. Technology has empowered communities worldwide. Mobile phones and the internet allow people to organize, advocate, and share their voices, especially where traditional media is limited, but not everyone has equal access. This digital divide means that some communities are left behind, unable to benefit from the opportunities technology brings. So, what does all this mean? Now, the conclusion is the rapid growth of technology and mass media has reshaped both society and personal identity. Media connects us globally, but it also challenges local cultures, influences our values, and creates new inequalities. Using sociological imagination helps us see the link between these global media forces and our personal experiences. Looking ahead, new technologies like virtual reality and artificial intelligence will bring even more changes to how we live and interact. The question is, how will we adapt to these changes? And how can we balance the benefits of media with its risks? Thank you for listening to this podcast. I'm Amrit Singh, and I hope this discussion gave you something to think about as you reflect on the powerful role of mass media in shaping our world and ourselves.